the last video lecture, we discussed about intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductors. Now there we have seen how electrical conduction will take place. Now try to derive equations of the electric current, total current. So let us see that currents. So here in semiconductors, there are two currents, so we have to talk in semiconductors. So once we have a charge carriers, holes, and as well as electrons are present in the semiconductor. So we have a different kinds of electrical conduction will take place in semiconductors. This is completely different from the conductors. So what are the two currents? Basically drift and diffusion current. Drift and diffusion current. So let us see what is the drift current. Drift current, that means because of the drifting, that means electrons or what are the charge carriers has been drift due to application of external electric field. So that is what is called drift current. And we have also discussed in pre-atom the drift velocity. So the majority charge carriers will is trying to pull towards the positive terminal of the battery. So this happens only when you apply external electric field. So that current is called drift current. So as you know, drift current J is equal to current density, J is equal to sigma E. This is sigma is the electrical conductivity, E is the applied electric field, J is the current density. And also we know that J is equal to N, E, V and D, VD. VD is the drift velocity of the charge carriers, electrons, let's say electrons. E is the charge of electron, N is the concentration of electrons. That means number of electrons per unit volume. J is equal to NE, VD. And also we know that VD, drift velocity in terms of mobility. That means mu is equal to, we define like VD by E. So VD is equal to mu into E. So from this what we can write, J is equal to N E. In terms of VD we can write mu into E. So this is for the general, this we have discussed about this conductivity due to electrons in case of metals in free atom theory. So now here in semiconductors we have two types of charge carriers, holes as well as electrons. So for that, the current density due to electrons Je is equal to Ne into, here I put a symbol mu E. This is for the electrons. Drift velocity. So VD is equal to mu E. So Je is equal to Ne mu E. This is for the electrons. Same thing if I write for the holes, JH is equal to P into mu H into E. That means here mu E and mu H are the mobility of the electrons and as well as holes. Mu H is the mobility of the holes. So this gives the total current density. That means due to diffusion, whatever the equations these are all, the current is produced due to diffusion. So total current, if you say total current density, J total current density, this is due to diffusion current is equal to, so we can add these two, mu E, Ne mu E into E plus Pe mu H into E. This is the total current density. So now if you write this one is equal to, if you take a common, E into E is here, then N mu E plus P mu into H. So this is the total current density due to diffusion. If I write here diffusion. Right. So this is about diffusion. And now if you take in semiconductors, whenever you are doping with some materials, that means the concentration of the dopants or concentration of the charge carriers. What are the charge carriers? It is uneven. It is not uniform, because what we are doping, the doping concentration is very less. So it is not every time it is not taking place for the, it is uniform. So even though it is uniform, some places we are having the more concentration of charge carriers, some places will have a less concentration of the charge carriers. So obviously, if you have in that situations, without even you are applying external electric field, the charge carriers will be moved. So here, the drift current, it is only the charge carriers will only move when you apply external electric field. So, but in case of diffusion, due to concentration variation is there, the charge carriers try to move from one place to another place. That current is called, if you because of the diffusion, the charge carriers are moving, so that current is produced. That current is called diffusion current. So how much is the diffusion current, that we have to see for this in case of semiconductors. Now this is about drift current. So once again I am repeating, drift current means whenever you apply external electric field, then the electrons or what are the charge carriers, holes or electrons try to move towards the positive terminal or negative terminal of the battery, so that the current passes in the circuit, in the material. So that current is called drift current. So due to two charge carriers, the total drift current is like this. But in case of semiconductors, whenever you dope a materials, that means some materials, trivalent or pentavalent materials you are doping. Because of the doping, it creates additional charge carriers. That means holes. For case of p-type semiconductor, number of holes are more. For n-type semiconductor, number of electrons are there. So now whenever you are doping with a small amount of materials, you are doping atoms, that means there is a chance of that in that material, one place there is a more concentration of charge carriers, in another place there is less concentration of charge carriers will take place. Whenever it has a different concentration gradient is there, then what will happen, even you don't apply any electric field, so there is a, because of the temperature, at room temperature if you take, because of the temperature factor, there is a diffusion of these atoms will take place from one place to another place. So that means charge carriers try to move in order to make equilibrium throughout the material. So this movement of charge carriers produce a current. Okay, it participates in a current, produce a current. That current is called diffusion current. This diffusion current is different from the drift current. So what is the diffusion current? Then how to find this diffusion current? So let's say for diffusion current, so diffusion current. So for example, there is a concentration variation, small concentration variation dN at over a distance x. In a material over x distance, there is a concentration variation is dN. Then concentration gradient, that means dN by dx, that is concentration gradient, dN by dx. Now according to Fick's law, so the concentration current density of these charge carriers, due to these charge carriers, J is equal to, it is always negative of the concentration gradient dN by dx. It is always proportional to negative to the concentration gradient. That means negative means there is a direction opposite to the direction of concentration gradient. And we have a charge of electron. For example, for this electron, charge of electron into E into the diffusion coefficient is dE. So this is for the electrons. So here minus and minus plus E dE into dN by dx. So this current density due to electrons, this is due to diffusion current density. Similarly, if you write the same expression for the holes, JH is equal to minus E into the diffusion coefficient of the holes by dP by dx. Concentration of the holes is P. Now total current density J total current density due to this, here it is a diffusion. Due to diffusion is equal to, so if we add these two, then what will happen? E into dE dm by dx minus dH dP by dx. So this is the current density due to diffusion. So in semiconductors, these two currents exist. That means drift current is there, diffusion current is there. Now, what is the total current in the semiconductors? Not total current is J total current is equal to, it should be always current due to diffusion, current due to drift. So that is equal to, so what I can write here, so diffusion current means E into dE dN by dx minus dH dP by dx plus E into N mu E plus P mu H. So this is the expression for the total current density of the semiconductors. So there is a drift current, we derive expression for the drift current. There is a diffusion current, we derive expression for the diffusion current. So total current is drift plus diffusion. This is the expression for the total current due to drift and diffusion in semiconductors. So now we have seen drift and diffusion currents. So now the question is coming, these two are, is it independent process or is it dependent process? That what is the thing? That means drift current and diffusion current. Is there any relationship between each other or independent processes? So these things have been discussed and proposed by the Einstein. Okay, he has arrived an expression that equations we call it the Einstein equations. So for case of semiconductors, what are Einstein equations? So according to the Einstein, drift and diffusion processes are not independent processes. So they have some close relationship with each other. So when it will happen at equilibrium conditions, whenever there is excess density of the charge carriers present in the material, then at equilibrium condition, the drift and the diffusion currents are identical. Both are equal. That means the drift current due to electrons. The drift current due to electrons, if I take, what is the drift current due to electrons? So Ne mu into D. So drift current density Ne mu. So if I take a small concentration Dn into E, mu U mu E into E, that is equal to, it is always equivalent to the diffusion current. What is the diffusion current for the electrons? So diffusion current for the electrons is dE dN by dx. So E dE into dN by dx. So this is what these both the currents are current densities are equal, but at a particular, there should be, whenever these forces are equal, that means one is pulling one side, another pulling another side. So there is a force exists which always try to restoring these forces. What is that restoring forces? The restoring forces, we can write the force acting on charge carriers, as we know, it is a Q into E. So now here, what is the charge is here, what we current density we are taking, the small change, concentration of the electron, it is Dn. Dn into the charge is E into E. Now this is the force acting on the charge carriers. So this is the restoring force. Then there is a physical Dn into E into E. So this is equal to, from this equation, what we can write, dN E is equal to what we can write, E dE by mu e into dN by dx. So this is the force acting on the charge carriers, dN, number of charge carriers, concentration of charge carriers, when it is under equilibrium condition. But according to kinetic theory of gases, because what are the free electrons over here, so those follows the kinetic theory of gases according to free electron theory. So according to kinetic theory of gases, the restoring force F is equal to kBT into concentration gradient. So if you take it for gases, it is a pressure gradient, but here it is electrons, the concentration gradient of the electrons. So dN by dx. So from this, these two should be identical. So then kBT is dN by dx is equal to E dE by mu e into dN by dx. So from this dN by dx we can get cancelled. kBT is equal to E dE by mu e. Now if you take kBT by E is equal to dE by mu e. So this equation is called Einstein equation. This is the Einstein equation. Now if we can write the same equation for the holes, this is for the, so now this is the expression for the electrons. Now Einstein equation for the electron. If you write the same expression for the holes, then kBT by E is equal to dH by mu h. Here mu h is mobility of the holes. Here mobility, mu e is mobility of the electrons. So these two equations are called Einstein equations or Einstein relations. So this is for the semiconductors. Okay. So for semiconductors, we have derived for the equations for the total current density as well as Einstein equations. Now we will discuss in the next lecture. We will discuss about Hall effect. So what is the Hall effect in case of semiconductors? Because according to quantum theory, the failures of the quantum theory, the distinction between metals, semiconductors and conductors, semiconductors and insulators, that has been explained by using this theory here. And there is one more thing is left, the positive quotient of the Hall quotient, positive value of the Hall quotient, that we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.